I'm gonna wave my flag. Count all the reasons we are the champions. There ain't no turning back. Saying, oh, can't you taste the feeling? Saying, oh, we all together singing. Look how far we've come now. There's beauty in our unity we found. I'm ready. We still got a little way. Look how far we've come.
Here comes Radius from the middle to crown it for Piatte.
Yeah.
And now they truly can start the celebrations.
Ready to people. A new day has just begun. And I wear my colors.
What's up, everybody? My name is Randy Bruce, and welcome to the brand new channel, MLS Rundown. Basically, it's going to be a channel where I can just talk to you guys and talk about what's happening in Major League Soccer. So, let me give you a little background about myself, really fast. I grew up a NASCAR fan. That was the only sport that I was into growing up. My dad got me into it. I know, there's probably not a lot of NASCAR fans out there, but that was the sport that I loved. That was the only one I watched. I got into acting. I'm a professional actor now, signed to an agency. My life went down that path, so obviously I wasn't big in the sports, but over time I got into sports. Started with NBA, then college basketball, then football and baseball came later down the road, and the last one that I was into was soccer. I got into Major League Soccer. I support the LA Galaxy, as you can probably tell. Me and my friend Christian, we were picking our teams that we were going to represent or cheer for, and we are from Indiana. So if Indiana doesn't have a team, whether it's baseball, basketball, we have a basketball team, but you get the point. If they don't have a professional team in that sport, then I usually go for Los Angeles. I count it, even though I've only been there one time, I count it as my second home because of the whole acting background. A lot of times I'll cheer for the LA team. That was the case with the Los Angeles Galaxy. The first season I started watching, they were the worst team in the league. Yeah, that season, I think it was 2017, if I remember correctly. It's not like I joined. At the time, I didn't know that they were the, most winning team in MLS history. But that's the background on me. Welcome to the channel. Today, this is basically MLS Rundown Edition 1 for you guys. We're going to talk about some of the news here. And let's start with the biggest breaking news. Nacho. I don't know how to say this. And I'm looking, if you guys see me looking down, I'm looking at MLSsoccer.com. I don't know how to say the French way of saying goodbye like they're saying here. But Ignacio Piatte is moving from Montreal Impact to San Lorenzo. He's going back home to Argentina. This was a long time coming. I want to say he's 35. You guys are going to be like, oh my god, this guy knows nothing already. He's 35. I actually got it right. He's 35, so he doesn't have that much longer to go in his career. He's had a great career, but this was a long time coming because the way Montreal is going, they brought in Henry to manage that club. It's going to be a rebuilding process. I don't think that they are going to have a good season. I'm sorry. I know how that feels. I think people are going to lose patience in Thierry Henry. I think they are going to want to sack him very early because it's not going to look good. But I think you got to give this team time, and they'll get back up there. They've shown that they can be a consistent team every single year. You just got to give them... Sorry, I got a notification. I was trying to... You got to give this team time. So I think it was the right move for Piatte and his career because with a rebuilding team, he doesn't need to stick around on a team that's probably not going to win for a while. So good move for him. This did surprise me, though. I'm not going to lie. This really, really shocked me. I know what you guys are thinking. It looks different. I'm playing around with how high the camera needs to be set. I noticed when I was editing me talking about Nacho Piatte that you could see like this. So I moved the camera up. Hopefully you can see better. I don't know. we're going to play around with it. Minnesota United might have had their guy. If you remember, they lost a lot of guys this year. They still have Mason Toye, but they lost. Why can I not think of him now? They lost Darwin Quintero. He went to Houston, and Miguel Abrera has a trial with the Sounders. By the way, you're going to hear me pronounce a lot of names wrong. Doesn't mean I don't know who they are. I'm just terrible at pronouncing names. Minone. I mean, that's a huge loss. They did bring in Tyler Miller from LAFC, which I'm going to be curious to see how that plays out. I've heard and read that he still has to fight for that starting job. Minnesota has no idea who their starting goalkeeper is going to be, and the season starts in a little under 3 weeks. Luis Amarilla signed with Minnesota. So, after leading the Ecuadorian League in goals last year, new Minnesota United forward Luis Amarilla isn't lacking confidence at the moment, and he's ready to let the good times roll. I did hear about this. He's feeling so good, in fact, he promised Loons head coach Adrian Heath he'll score 25 goals this season. He's 24 years old. He's only one of 2 natural center forwards on Minnesota's roster, alongside 2019 breakout goal scorer Mason Toye. Interested to see what this guy is going to do. So, last year only 3 players scored 25 goals. Sorry, I'm reading this. Don't think I have that knowledge just coming out of nowhere. But it was Carlos Vela, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and Josef Martinez. So, 4th place, it said, had 17 goals. That's how far back they... So, I mean, you talk the talk. Now, can you walk the walk? I like this because Minnesota needed somebody. They really did. They needed someone bad. They were really having a quiet, really rough offseason. But now you have still brand new stadium almost, Allianz Field. Beautiful. I want to go there so bad. And you come out and you say in your press conference and you tell the manager, I guarantee I'm scoring 25 goals. I'm not saying you have to score 25 goals, but you better come out and at least score probably somewhere in the 17 to 20 range. So let's see how he does. I'm interested to see how the 24-year-old does. He's a young player, which is something that a lot of MLS teams need. They need to bring in young players. A quick shout out. Neymar to Miami. He sat down and he talked with David Beckham, and David Beckham handed him a piece of paper and say, sign here, and they kind of laughed about it, and Neymar signed, and it was a contract to enter Miami in 10 years. He will be 38 in 10 years. And they kind of laughed about it, and Neymar gave him his word that I will play for Inter Miami in 10 years. Now, of course, 10 years isn't going to come by, and he's going to go, oh, yeah, I remember that promise. Of course, they were kind of joking about it, but I could see him eventually coming to MLS, and I've talked about this with my friends all the time. Like, where would Neymar go? Where would Ronaldo go? Where would Messi go if they ever joined MLS? I could see Messi going to LAFC. I could see Ronaldo going to Miami. And I could see Neymar going to Miami. It's an attractive place to play soccer. And you have David Beckham leading the team. It's just not an attractive place to play soccer this season. The jerseys are bad, which, by the way, either tomorrow or Wednesday, I am going to do a review on every single MLS jersey. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to rate them, tell you which ones I like, which ones I don't like. But their jersey, spoiler alert, is not very good. And their roster isn't coming up to what everyone thought it was going to be either. And it's just getting even worse because Julian Carranza, their striker, is out. They revealed his injury, the length of his injury today. He's out with a foot injury for 10 to 12 weeks. That means he's going to miss at least about 7 to 8 weeks of the season. That's really tough for an expansion side. Even if he's not going to be the superstar, we don't really know who's going to take over and be the superstar there. But even if it's not Carranza, I mean, that's tough for an expansion side to come in and deal with injuries already. We saw what happened last year with Cincinnati. They went 1-1-1 in their first 3 games. And then it was Garza. Yes? No. Anyways, they dealt with injury after injury after injury, and you saw what it did to that team. I'm not saying it would have made a difference, but they had a rough year. Austin FC has secured their first sponsor. They come into the league next season for the 2021 year, and their first sponsor is Yeti. Do you know what Yeti is? Because I don't. Let's find out. Austin FC took another important step Monday by entering into a multi-year sponsorship with Yeti, an Austin-based outdoor brand best known for its iconic coolers, drinkware, and outdoor equipment. I like it. I mean, it's nothing spectacular. You'll see the picture. Matthew McConaughey's there in the picture. That's awesome. I love how he's embracing the league so much, and he said that this league is growing like we all believe it is. But they have, I mean, it's just Yeti. There's nothing super special. It just says Yeti. But it's cool that they went ahead and announced it. Looking forward to them coming into the league. I do want to mention, I don't think any of us expected him to go anywhere, but Brad Guzans has signed an extension that will keep him at Atlanta United until 2023. Brad Guzans is 35 years old. That will put him at the tender age of 39, I believe. Well, that's 3 years away, Randy. 38. He will be 38 years old when his contract ends. I mean, you see a lot of goalkeepers. Tim Howard went until he was 40. Nick Raimondo, I think, went a little older than that. Nick Raimondo was 40. That's going to put him at 38. I could see Brad Guzans maybe signing another 2-year deal after that, or maybe doing something like Luis Robles is, explore something new for the last couple years of his career. Final thing I want to talk about with you guys is results and fixtures that happened. So, Nashville SC cruised to their first preseason victory. Quakes scored 6 in a pair of friendlies. Let's see if I can just click on this and see what happened. Here we go. Toronto FC beat UC Irvine 2-0. LA Galaxy beat New England Revolution. Already starting off with winning ways. Beat New England Revolution 2-1. See if anything. That was apparently what happened today. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this first MLS rundown. We are so close to the season. Next Tuesday is the CONCACAF Champions League. I'm going to be watching. I can't wait. And we're just a little over 3 weeks away from MLS action. I cannot wait. It is so close. I need it now. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button down below and turn on notifications so you'll see whenever I post a video, and you'll be caught up on all the latest breaking news. And also, don't forget to subscribe. I will really appreciate it. It's weird to say it like that. Don't forget to Don't forget to subscribe for all the latest content. Yeah, we'll go with that one. As always, I love you guys. Peace out.
Look how far we've come now.